barely holding. Water pulls harder with every breath slowing. Shadows beneath keep whispering low that the weight of it all is starting to show. You fight just to surface, to keep the mask tight, but the quiet inside is louder at night. No need to carry it all on your own. When the silence feels heavy, let it be known. Through the longest shadows, when hope starts to fade, I'll stay in the stillness, right here in the haze. No judgment, no hurry, just open and wide. Release what you're holding, let the current decide. It's alright to unravel, to soften, to break. Let the tears find their way for your own gentle sake. Let the river keep moving, let it carry the ache. Years of pretending the storm never came, built walls out of silence, gave them your name. But cracks in the armor let light slip through, reminding you softly what holding can do. You don't need to drown in the fight anymore. There's room in the quiet to finally restore. No need to pretend that the calm never hurts, when the deepest of waters are where peace emerges. Through the longest shadows, when hope starts to fade, I'll stay in the stillness, right here in the haze. No judgment, no hurry, just open and wide. Release what you're holding, let the current decide. It's alright to unravel, to soften, to break. Let the tears find their way for your own gentle sake. Let the river keep moving, let it carry the ache. And if tomorrow the waves rise again, we'll meet them together. No need to explain, one breath at a time, one moment to mend. The river remembers, it knows every bend. Let it flow, let it flow. Shouldn't the quiet feel heavier tonight? You always said crowds made your chest too tight. Now you're out there laughing underneath pretending the empty doesn't bite. While I'm staring at the same four walls again, wondering if her voice drowns out the rain. Do you still carry pieces of the way we were? Or is it just the liquor blurring her? Chasing shadows to forget the ache, but the heart keeps what the mind tries to break. Tell me, are you running from the truth, or just waiting for the blur to find you? I wish you'd send a blurry line tonight, whisper that the silence isn't right. Say my name like it still means something deep. Admit the quiet hurts more than you can keep. I want you to drunk message me, let the words spill messy and free. Tell me I was different, tell me I was more. Tell me you're still haunted by the door we left half open in the dark. You're surrounded, but the room feels cold. Smiling wide while the story's getting old. Does your touch feel like it used to feel with me? Or is it just the haze making you believe that moving on looks better in the glow of bar lights and the drinks that help you go through the motions like you never broke? A promise carved in every breath we spoke, hiding in the noise instead of facing it. But the echoes find you every time you sit quiet long enough to hear your own regret, wondering if I'm still the one you can't forget. I wish you'd send a blurry light tonight, slurring that the silence isn't right. Say you miss the way I held the space, confess you're lost inside this empty place. I want you to drunk message me, pour it out, no filter, set it free. Tell me I still linger in your veins. Tell me every goodbye still remains unsaid and aching in the dark. Maybe tomorrow you'll pretend again that the night was just a fleeting end, but tonight the bottle knows the truth you hide, and I'm still waiting on the other side, hoping one weak moment pulls you through, back to the me that meant the most to you. Just one line, when the world's too quiet. Drunk message me. I'm still listening. I'm still listening. I keep telling myself this quiet room is better empty. Your shadow lingers on the wall I can never let. I trace the same old promises we whispered after midnight. They feel thinner now, like smoke drifting out the open window. Every time I reach for the door, my hand hesitates. The weight of what we built keeps pulling me backward. Loving you came without effort, like breathing in the dark. But walking away, tears, something open inside. It kills me to turn the key, it breaks me to the space I need, yet the distance stays the same. Oh, staying hurts just as much, but leaving you is hard. You promise the seasons will shift and we'll grow into better versions. I've waited through so many winters already. Your words land gentle, but they never quite reach the hollow, where I keep hoping for the halfway mark we never cross. I play the scene again inside my head at 3 a.m. The suitcase open, the hallway light too bright. Loving you came without effort, like rain on quiet glass. But saying goodbye carves lines I can't erase. It kills me to walk out, it wounds me to look back. You know the path I'm on, but you won't follow half the way. Oh, holding on is tearing me apart, yet leaving you is hard. Maybe time will soften all the edges we keep cutting on. Maybe one day I'll sleep without your name caught in my throat. But tonight the silence feels too loud, and every step away echoes louder than the love. Loving you is simple, like stars we never questioned, but letting go unravels every thread we tied. It kills me to leave you here, it hurts to stay behind. You understand the ache, but won't meet me in between. Oh, every choice is heavy now, and leaving you is hard. Leaving you is hard. Leaving you is hard. Leaving you is hard. Relationships unravel quietly, and years carve hollows in the chest. I arrived too late to witness it, but I heard how she once held your gaze. You carried her through distant cities, shared secrets under open skies. Then the quiet came and pulled you apart, both of you drifting into separate nights. She poured her sorrow on my sleeve, I only knew to stay and listen. The comfort drew us nearer somehow, through the heat of summer fading out. Now your voice assures me it's different, no need to whisper it again. I try to leave the past unopened, though questions linger like old rain. Yet her shadow lingers behind my eyelids. Every hour a quiet burning, a restless heat that won't release me. A warning carved in silent light. Did I step where I shouldn't have? Cross an invisible thread of trust. Her memory blooms persistent, like something wild that refuses to fade. I never speak of who meant more. She carried joy in ways I never could. Unburdened, bright against the leather dark, while I stay tangled in these doubts. You claim I'm the only one who sees you, but your hands on me stir restless thoughts. I trace the ghost of how she trembled when you held her in the same soft glow. And still she drifts across my vision, a fever running under skin. Every touch becomes a question of what once lived inside your arms. Valentines arrived in muted colors, tears falling inside empty rooms. Neither one of us quite finished with the echoes left behind. Do you catch her face when you look at me, reflected faint in tired eyes? Does the past still whisper in the quiet when the lights go low and silence grows? I carry guilt like scattered petals, soft and bruising underfoot, wondering if forgiveness ever finds us, or if we just keep walking wounded. Things unravel quietly. Time keeps carving hollows. I see her still in the back of every moment, fading slow, like an hollow warmth dissolving into static.
I remember the moment your gaze caught the light, sharp like autumn leaves caught in sudden wind. You carried honesty in every quiet breath, a spirit untamed, drifting where the wild things begin. When did the waves settle so deep on your wings? Why do you turn away from the sky you once claimed? Come rest here a while, let the shadows slip free. I'll stay until the ache starts to soften its name. Take this hand, if the night feels too wide, we'll wander the edges where no one decides. Through empty roads and forgotten towns we'll glide, running until breath turns to mist in the cold. We'll keep going, keep going, until we're lost lost and then whole again. The streets keep whispering secrets we used to ignore. Houses with windows like eyes that have seen too much rain. You used to dance in the rain without caring who saw. Now the silence around you feels heavier than chains. When did the fire dim low in your chest? Why do you fold into corners that swallow the rest? Let me pull you back out to the open once more, where the stars still remember the dreams we forgot. Take this hand, if the night feels too wide, we'll wander the edges where no one decides. Through empty roads and forgotten towns we'll glide, running until breath turns to mist in the cold. We'll keep going until we're lost and then whole again. Maybe the pieces we scattered along the way were never meant to stay perfectly in place. Sometimes you have to vanish to learn where you stand, to find the quiet strength waiting under the haze. And if we disappear for a moment or two, we'll come back brighter, reshaped by the blue. So take this hand when the dawn feels too far. We'll chase the horizon, no matter how dark. Leave every map, every fear in the yard, running until lungs learn to sing through the fall. We'll keep going till we're lost, till we're found, till we're home in the quiet of all, till we're lost, till we're found.
Perhaps I've drifted far away. No one ever turned to see. No one ever turned to see the quiet reveling inside of me. The silence wears me thin. Wish you'd reach across the line. Drifting here on my own. I'm tired of empty nights. Maybe across the miles to find you there. Would you wrap me in the moment, soft and rare, then watch me fade into the air without a single trace to share? Just one call. You whispered low, come lie here close until the morning breaks. I pulled the blanket higher, hid my face against the ache. Couldn't face the quiet offer hanging in the air between. If I had known the way to soften, I would have tried for you, I swear. From endless rows of souls who carry sorrow like a name, inconsolable by habit, strangers to the gentle claim. We never learn the shape of comfort when the dark comes rolling in. Rooms of empty arms and echoes, we don't know where to begin. The shadowed space, your hand stayed patient there. I curled a little tighter, breathing shallow in the chair. Wanted to unfold the reasons locked behind my guarded chest, but the words dissolve like smoke before they ever leave my breath. We come from endless rows of souls who carry sorrow like a name, inconsolable by habit, strangers to the gentle claim. We never learn the shape of comfort when the dark comes rolling in. Rooms of empty arms and echoes, we don't know where to begin. Maybe someday we'll remember how it feels to lean and stay. Let the weight of someone else's warmth slowly chase the cold away. Till then we drift on separate currents, close enough to almost touch, hoping quiet understanding might be comfort close enough. We come from endless rows of souls who carry sorrow like a name, inconsolable by habit, strangers to the gentle claim. We never learn the shape of comfort when the dark comes rolling in. Rooms of empty arms and echoes, fading thin. We don't know how to be held.
steps feel heavy tonight. Your shoulders carry the weight of long days. We've poured the last of the wine, pushed the shadows far away. Headlines whisper the end is near. Some distant signal finally sent. Everything we've known will disappear in a flash we'll never forget. This could be the last evening we breathe while the horizon slowly bleeds. Darling, it's your arms around me now as the silence grows too loud. Darling, it's your face in the glow while the whole world starts to fold as the sky falls quiet, as the sky falls quiet. You slip into something clean and pressed, like we're heading somewhere after all. I trace the lines across your chest where our promises used to call. No more plans for tomorrow's light, just this moment holding still. We laugh at how absurdly right it feels when nothing matters anymore. Here we are on borrowed time, watching stars refuse to shine. Darling, it's your breath against my skin as the final count begins. Darling, it's your hand I need to hold while the embers lose their gold as the sky falls quiet, as the sky falls quiet. Let the noise fade out, let the static drown the crowd. In this room we stay till the colors wash away. Darling, it's you here in the dark with me as everything we see slowly fades. Quiet.
It crashed without warning, stole every breath away. Words just dissolved, left me hollow and frayed. I understand now, the closeness carves out its scars, yet those quiet echoes still shine like faint stars. Tides keep on pulling, dragging shadows apart. I stretch toward the fading outline of your heart. Someone whisper the secret. How days keep unfolding. When your place stays empty, the silence so holding. I might drift under quietly, weight pulling me low. Storms gather closer if you're no longer here, though. Things arrive gentle and tear themselves free. Still the hours keep turning, and life goes on, you see. Would the warmth feel colder without your steady light? The fire that flickered through the longest nights. I trace every moment we carried in between, a fragile collection held in places unseen. Currents are rising, carried in pieces astray. I reach through the mist for the shape of yesterday. Someone tell me the answer, how mornings arrive. With your voice gone quiet, how does anyone survive? I might fade like a whisper, lost out on the waves. If this is the moment you slip beyond saving, easy to hold, so heavy to lose. Yet the world keeps its rhythm, and life goes on, bruised. Permanent dust settles over the view. Colors all muted, but the sky still breaks through. I carry the ache like a stone in my chest, learning to walk while the heart stays at rest. Easy come, hard go, then life goes on. Life goes on. Life goes on.
I thought I saw the real you hiding there. I chased that shadow through the empty air. Caught off guard, pulled under by the rush. Believed the dream could carry both of us. Looking back now, the truth was always plain. I was chasing echoes in the rain. She asked me quietly over the line, how did someone like him cross your mind? I whispered back through the years gone by, sometimes the heart picks the wrong sky. Certain roads we walk lead to dead ends. That's alright, it's fine in the end. You mistake the ache for something true, and it's only sorrow wearing love's old shoes. Certain roads we walk now the silence answers every call, and I'm learning how to let it fall. Certain roads we walk lead to dead ends. That's alright, it's fine in the end. You mistake the ache for something true, and it's only sorrow wearing love's old shoes. Certain roads we walk lead to dead ends. That's alright, it's fine in the end. It leaves me lighter, sets me free. That's the quiet lesson it taught me. No blame to carry, no score to keep, just memories drifting off to sleep. I turn the page, the story shifts. What felt like ruin was a gift. Certain roads, they bend and break. That's alright, for my own sake. In the end it's clearer now to see. That's the gentle moral waiting for me.
Sorry. Did that hurt? Okay.
You look so beautiful when the light catches your face just right. It breaks something inside me. I keep replaying the night we stood beneath the open sky. Your lips found mine like they'd always known the way, and now every quiet second drags your memory closer. Yeah, everything gentle, even when tears slip down, it tears me open slowly. You're the last warm thing in all this cold quiet. Please stay right here, don't slip away. I'm terrified the warmth we built will fade into nothing. I can't bear to watch it end. And you're so fragile in the soft hours when shadows stretch long across the room. Your voice cracks just enough to pull me under. Hold on tighter, we're running out of moments. Every glance feels borrowed, every touch already half gone. Yeah, everything gentle, even when tears slip down, it tears me open slowly.
lost on paths that twist and disappear behind me. I've been chasing echoes of a road I used to know, hoping somehow it leads me back to when everything began with you. And in the quiet I keep asking myself over and over what I'm even meant to do now that the map is torn. I try to convince my own heart not to follow that same fading light again. I held everything we were, and pieces slipping away, a little less each day until nothing remained at all. Carry me backward to the evening we first crossed paths. I can't figure out how to keep breathing this empty space, shadowed by the memory of who you used to be. Oh, carry me back to the evening we first crossed paths. Back when darkness pressed close and fears crowded every corner, your gaze carried storms you hadn't learned to hide yet. We stood at the edge of something fragile and untouched before hands found each other in the trembling quiet. Oh, carry me back to the evening we first crossed paths. I held everything we were, then pieces slipping away, a little less each day until nothing remained at all. Carry me backward to the evening we first crossed paths. I can't figure out how to keep breathing in this empty space, shadowed by the memory of who you used to be. Oh, carry me back to the evening we first crossed paths. Carry me back, to the evening we first crossed paths. I catch the echo in your voice when you turn away. Shadows stretch across the floor where we used to stay. You drift through nights that never seem to end, chasing something distant, leaving me to bend. I recognize the quiet steps you take to hide, the way your eyes avoid the truth we can't decide. Still I hold you closer than the air inside my lungs. I'd fade away completely just to keep you young, even when the silence cuts deeper than before. in someone else's name. I taste the bitterness, but whisper yours the same. The mirror shows a stranger staring back at me, yet every crack still pulls your gravity. I know the sound of doors that close too soft, but I remain inside the ache, never far off. Still I hold you closer than the air inside my lungs. I'd fade away completely just to keep you young, even when the silence cuts deeper than before. My heart keeps choosing you over wanting more. I love you deeper than the part of me that's left. I'd surrender every piece that I have kept. If tomorrow wakes without your shape beside, I'd carry all the weight of every tear you've cried. No price too heavy, no distance too wide. You're the only light my darkness can't divide. Still I'm here, still I choose you over me.
Come and get me when the street lights flicker on. Suddenly the noise inside my head is gone. I catch your eye while you're humming off key lines to some old song we both pretend we don't mind. Windows down, the summer air feels kind tonight. Everything feels possible in this slow light. So could we stay right here forever underwater? Your lips on mine beneath the glow of summer's daughter. In faded swimsuits, time could pause, we wouldn't care. I'd give it all just to linger in this humid air. Don't let the morning pull us back to separate shores. Just hold me closer, keep me drifting, nothing more. We float between the stars, reflected on the surface. Every breath tastes like chlorine and nervous purpose. Your fingers trace the Could we stay right here forever underwater? Your lips on mine beneath the glow of summer's daughter. In faded swimsuits, time could pause, we wouldn't care. I'd give it all just to linger in this humid air. Don't let the morning pull us back to separate shores. Just hold me closer, keep me drifting, nothing more. Maybe this is all we'll ever really know, a fleeting spark before the current lets us go. But if tomorrow fades the color from this scene, at least tonight you're all I've ever dreamed. Could we kiss just a little longer in the deep end, where the quiet's stronger? Don't wake me yet. Don't wake me yet.
Why do people claim that real strength means holding everything in, when every breath feels heavier, just trying to keep it all within? I stare at empty corners of the room where your shadow used to stay, imagining quiet mornings with small hands reaching out someday. I cross endless roads under gray skies, if it meant seeing your face again, in the soft light of forever, where our story never ends. And when your gaze finds mine across the quiet dark, something inside awakens, lights a fragile spark. I can't bear to let this slip away. No, I can't bear to watch it fade to gray, because growing older with an empty space inside, where your warmth used to hide, the thought alone keeps me awake at night. It's the fear that haunts me when the world feels right. I don't wanna face the silence if you're gone. On the outside, maybe I seem steady, calm and sure, but beneath the surface, every piece is insecure. I trace the lines of what we built inside my mind, every whispered promise, every moment intertwined. I'd give up every tomorrow just to keep today, to hold the feeling closer before it drifts away. And in the stillness, when your eyes meet mine once more, I see the only reason worth fighting for. I can't bear to let this slip away. No, I can't bear to watch it fade to gray, because growing older with an empty space inside, where your warmth used to hide, the thought alone keeps me awake at night. It's the fear that haunts me when the world feels right. I don't wanna face the silence if you're gone. If the days turn cold and the nights stretch long, if everything we dream slowly goes wrong, promise me you'll remember how it felt to believe that this fragile heart was always yours to keep. I can't let it drift into the dark. I can't let it
to tear my world apart.
Because aging with this hollow echo in my chest, missing the rhythm of your breath. That's a nightmare I can't escape from yet. Please don't let me wake to find you're gone. I don't wanna lose you. I don't wanna lose it all.
I'm barely holding on at 22, caught between silence and every ache breaking through. The quiet mornings feel like borrowed time, just a pause before the weight returns to climb. But it's tangled deep, it's a tangled thing. I'm wearing shadows from someone else's ring. We chase the same ghosts through empty rooms at night, pretending tomorrow might make it right. It's a tangled thing. It's a tangled thing. He dims the hallway light when the day's too loud. I fold his clothes like prayers no one's allowed. We talk in circles round what we can't say, living like echoes that fade anyway. But it's tangled deep, it's a tangled thing. I'm trying to save him while I unravel strings. We won't find the ending in this life we keep. Maybe in some other world we'd finally sleep. It's a tangled thing. It's a tangled thing. I need him like rain on cracked summer ground, but he slips like sand, never quite found. I play the healer, he plays the fall. We both know the script, still answer the call. It's complex now, it's always been a quiet ache that never quite ends. Wearing his warmth like a borrowed skin, hoping the next life lets us begin again. voice breaks through the line, faint and far away. Usually I'd run to you, chase the light of day. But now the mirror shows a stranger in my place. I've drifted into quiet spaces you can't trace. You could have held on tighter when the colors started fading, but the moment slipped and now it's gone. Even if the clock turned back, I wouldn't walk that road again. You're still holding out for echoes of what might have been, hoping time will bend and bring the old me into view. But the hardest part is knowing I've outgrown the version you once knew. The hardest part is seeing you're still waiting there for someone who disappeared into the air. I used to need your shadow just to feel the ground. Now the silence feels like freedom, soft and profound. Every step I take pulls me further from the past, where we built our little world, but it couldn't last. You search my eyes for traces of the girl you used to love, but she's carried on like whispers from above. Even if the stars aligned, I couldn't find my way back to where we started, back to yesterday. You're still wondering if my heart is lost or just away, praying for a sign that nothing's really changed. But the hardest part is facing what we can't deny, that maybe I've become a different kind of sky. And what you're reaching for has drifted out of frame. No amount of longing pulls it back the same. I wish I could explain without the ache, but growth is quiet and it leaves no trace. So even if I wanted to, I couldn't turn around. You're still listening for a heartbeat that no longer sounds, hoping we'll rewind to safer, simpler days. But the hardest part is letting go in gentle ways. The hardest part is whispering goodbye to the us that lived beneath a different sky. Maybe I ain't the same, fading out into the rain. Night sky opens quiet, a silver tear in the dark, curtain high above. It lingers began. Long after it will fade, still it pours its pale glow over everything I've known. Night sky, could I ask one gentle thing of you? Lift this fragile feeling upward. When my time is through, let it drift among your stars. Let it keep on burning slow, so even when I'm gone, some trace of it might show. Because this heart I carry, it's mine alone to hold. This quiet, endless warmth no one can take or own. Everything around me slips or fades or turns to dust, but this love inside me stays. It's mine, it's mine, oh mine. Someone walking close to me once lit the hidden rooms within, showed me what this chest could cradle, what it means to truly give. Now I'd understand the weight, the worth of what I feel. When my hours run out, I want it rising still. Because this heart I carry, it's mine alone to hold. This quiet, endless warmth no one can take or own. Nothing on this spinning place was ever truly mine, except this love I keep. It's mine, it's mine, all Nothing in the world was ever given free to keep, but this love I hold so close remains forever deep. When the light goes dim and silence wraps around, this love will still be here. It's mine, oh mine, mine, oh mine.
Cold wind cuts across the platform lights that flicker low. You whispered, darling, this goodbye should never feel so slow. Our moments carved in quiet hours now fade into the snow. I'll carry every shadow of the warmth we used to know. Better left as echoes trailing far behind you. Something soft you once held close that time can't undo. Two hearts still beating underneath the weight of letting go. One love that lingers even when the trains begin to roll. I'm scattered in the places only memory can show. hearts refusing to release what we both used to hold. Two hearts still calling through the dark. You told me once the quiet nights are where the hurt can hide. I've learned to sit inside the silence where the old feelings reside. Patience wrapped around the ache that never quite subsides. Still wondering if somewhere deep a gentle smile survives. We build a fragile reason just to face another dawn. Now every star reminds me what we lost when you were gone. Two hearts still beating underneath the weight of letting go. One love that lingers even when the trains begin to roll. I'm scattered in the places only memory can show. Two hearts refusing to release what we both used to hold. Two hearts still calling through the dark. Maybe love doesn't vanish when the distance grows too wide. It folds into the corners of the rooms we left behind. I hear your voice in every rain that taps against the glass, a quiet proof that something real was never meant to pass. Two hearts still beating underneath the weight of letting go. One love that lingers even when the years refuse to slow. Scattered now in places only memory can know. Two hearts refusing to release what we both used to hold. Two hearts still calling through the dark. Two hearts. Two hearts.
Every quiet evening brings your shadow near again. A laugh escapes the silence and I hear your voice within. The smallest things remind me, old photos on the shelf. The way the light is fading feels like missing someone else. You led the way through every door without a second thought, always rushing forward while the rest of us just watch. So tell me how it feels now in that place beyond the sky. Are the days still endless where no goodbyes apply? Is the coffee always warm there? Do the old friends gather round? Are the stories even better with no worries weighing down? Do the sunsets last for hours? Do the nights feel soft and kind? Yeah, I know you'll share the answer when I finally arrive. moments you remember that you wish you'd shared with me. The wind moves through the curtains like a memory passing through, carrying your gentle humor in the things I still hold true. I carry all the questions wrapped inside my chest at night, hoping one day you'll explain them when the timing feels just right. Is the music always playing? Do the records never skip? Are the colors brighter somehow in that world beyond the rim? Do you watch the stars keep turning from a porch that never ends? Yeah, I know you'll tell the story when I finally get there. No rush, no hurry, time bends differently, I hear. But every breath I'm taking brings your echo crystal clear. I'll keep the love we carried like a lantern in the dark, till the road curves gently and I step into your spark. Yeah, I know you'll tell me everything when I get there. When I get there. When I get there. When I get there. You shouldn't have to guess the shadows in my head. Trace the lines of what I never said. I could lay it out in careful steps and signs, but then the warmth would fade from every line. It turns to echoes when I spell it clear. The gestures land like lines rehearsed in here. The nights we walk feel borrowed from my dreams, not born inside the space between our seams. You can't learn to feel me the way the quiet wants. It's drifting somewhere far beyond my reach. It has to rise unguided from the start. You can't learn to feel me when the spark arrives on cue, but not from heart. It lingers cold and hollow in the dark. Is every touch beginning to feel heavy now? A task you carry just to smooth my brow. I see the effort pooling in your eyes, but it's measured out to match my old replies. I try to shape the space so you'd belong, but forcing edges dulls where we were strong. You should unfold the way your light was made, not bend to fill the frame that I display. You can't learn to feel me the way the quiet wants. It's drifting somewhere far beyond my reach. It has to rise unguided from the start. You can't learn to feel me when the motion comes rehearsed and falls apart. It's rearranging pieces of your heart. If the current ran true, wouldn't silence speak? No need to pull the words from deep. I can't keep whispering the shape of us when I sit comes because See me standing in the quiet light, reach across this empty space between. How did we drift so far into the night, when the warmth we built still lingers underneath? And every time I reach to rise again, I stumble back into the same old ache, without your shadow trailing close behind. I shrink beneath the weight of what we made. I still need you here somehow. I trace your outline in the fragile dark. Every dream replays the same soft scene. Your voice arrives like echoes through the yard, pulling strings that never quite release. And every time I reach to rise again, I stumble back into the same old ache, without your shadow trailing close behind. I shrink beneath the weight of what we made. I still need you here somehow. Maybe forgiveness hides inside ours. Maybe time will soften every scar. But tonight the distance feels like towers, rising higher than my heart can climb so far. Notice me before the signal fades. Take this hand before the quiet takes its place. And every time
they whisper about tracing lights across the dark. You wore the face of someone far from any harbor. Were those distant sparks your way of keeping watch, or just the reason you folded everything and wandered when the road called you south through endless open fields? You said the voices around you turned away, grew cold, but I still feel the echo of your name in quiet hours. Tell me once again what this was supposed to mean. Time never hurried us, or maybe we just drifted. Did the moment slip too quickly through our hands? We weren't built to hold forever, that much is clear now. Still the silence lingers heavy where you used to stand, and words escape me every time I try to speak them. So I lie here mapping constellations on the wall, counting every faint glow left inside this bedroom, hoping one might lead me back to where we almost were. Nights stretch longer now, the calendar keeps turning. Your shadow lingers in the corners I can't reach. I replay the last goodbye beneath these same four walls, wondering if you found the peace you swore you'd seek. No blame to place, no fire left to burn away the ache, just empty space where promises used to live. I keep the window open even when the cold comes in, searching for a sign you might still think of this. Time never hurried us, or maybe we just drifted. Did the moment slip too quickly through our hands? We weren't built to hold forever, that much is clear now. Still the silence lingers heavy where you used to stand, and words escape me every time I try to speak them. So I lie here mapping constellations on the wall, counting every faint glow left inside this bedroom, hoping one might carry me to mornings without you. Maybe distance was the only truth we ever told. Maybe staying still would only break us slower. I don't ask for answers anymore, just let the quiet hold, while the sky outside keeps spinning over and over. So I'll keep counting stars inside these four walls, inside this room, inside this room.
Didn't I give everything I could carry? Why can't I reach you the way you need? Why won't you turn and meet me halfway, when every breath I take is shaped for you? They watch us closely, hoping we will break. They wait for silence, wait for empty space. They stare through shadows, pulling us away, wanting the pieces scattered far apart. There's no one left to hear. They watch us closely, hoping we will break. They wait for silence, wait for empty space. They stare through shadows, pulling us away, wanting the pieces scattered far apart. All the tender moments folded thin and clear, preserved like fragile light beneath the years. I tried to hold them safe, but now they're fading, wrapped in something see-through, cold and sheer. Didn't I give everything I could carry? Why can't I reach you the way you need? All wrapped in transparent nights, the love we used to keep.
The hours stretch across the empty room, shadows crawling slow over faded walls. Sleep escapes me again tonight, counting every silent moment that falls. Tears trace lines I never meant to draw, each one heavier than the last. Breathing feels like pulling against an unseen current, endless and vast. I try to measure the distance in days, but the numbers blur and fade away. It feels like forever since your voice filled the air around me, since the world made sense with you close, steady and free. Now I carry this quiet version of myself you'll never see, just to imagine you waiting somewhere peaceful beyond where I can be. What I would trade to follow where you went. Why did the glow pull you away, leaving me here bent? I walk these streets under gray morning light, rain tapping softly on my skin. Old pictures whisper stories we used to live, but time keeps rewriting them. The days repeat in muted colors, echoes of laughter long gone quiet. I reach for warmth that isn't there anymore, holding only the ache inside it. It feels like forever since your voice filled the air around me, since the world made sense with you close, steady and free. Now I carry this quiet version of myself you'll never see, just to imagine you waiting somewhere peaceful beyond where I can be. What I would trade to follow where you went? Why did the glow pull you away, leaving me here bent? Every sunrise reminds me you're not coming back through that door. Yet in the stillness I still talk to you, like you're listening somewhere more. The pain carves deeper grooves each passing year, but love stays woven through every tear. It feels like forever since your voice filled the air around me, since everything felt whole, simple and free. I've become someone shaped by absence, someone you won't know, still reaching toward that distant peace where you finally let go. What I would give to cross that line, to hold you once more beyond the divide.
Nights like this one make me wanna turn back every clock, replay the moments when the truth was still locked away. The quiet evening in the fall, around 10:30, were the lights off for real, or just another careful lie to keep us safe? Words I type out in the dark, never press reply, full of questions, full of hurt that stay inside my mind. No way to bridge the silence, no way to make it right, so I keep them buried deep, these messages at night. Trust was something fragile we pretended couldn't break. Now the cracks are everywhere in every word you say. You asked to talk it over, but the damage runs too wide. Anger rises quietly, then fades into the tide. Lines I almost whispered, never let them leave. Echoes of the disappointment, things I can't believe. No apology can fix what shattered long ago, so I hold them in my chest, where only shadows grow. Still I carry love beneath the weight of what went wrong. Even when the memory stings, it keeps pulling me along. Maybe someday distance softens every sharpened edge, but tonight the screen stays empty and the heart stays on the ledge. These unsent confessions drift like smoke into the air, quiet little ghosts of pain that linger everywhere. No send, no read, no answer coming through. Just me and all the the things I'll never say to you.
Your fingers trace my skin so carefully, like you're afraid the moment might break. Sheets fall away into the quiet dark. I stare upward while your eyes stay locked on my face. How do we slip back into just friends after nights tangle like this never end? How do you meet my gaze across the room and act like all the closeness disappeared too soon? It must have been that winter evening, your head resting heavy on my heart. I held my breathing still and shallow, terrified one shift would pull us apart. How do we slip back into just friends after nights tangle like this never end? How do you speak so calm and light when every word still carries last night's quiet? The silence now feels heavier than touch, echoes of